Hey you guys, today I'm going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 7, episode 15, I believe. It starts off with them showing that stupid Instagram video, Paulo going up on Thunder. Don't matter, Paulo. But whatever. So then it has Phaedra's at the hotel, and she is packing up, getting ready to go home with her assistant. And she has these two big ass bodyguards inside the place, inside the room with her. I'm like, well, okay, I'm not tripping at you guys, security guards or whatever. But I'm like, if you know Apollo gone to jail, I don't understand what the security guards were. Maybe for paparazzi reasons. I don't know. But why they couldn't be outside? That I don't know. It was just for camera time. I don't know. So she was talking about how she was telling her assistant how all this shit is like crazy and how her kids are being affected and how she needs to put Aiden in counseling now because of what Apollo have told him and scared him or whatever. And I'm like, okay, but at least you're thinking about putting them in therapy. But don't get mad when the therapist start recommending that you tell this boy the truth. Just saying. So anyway, she go home because she tells the security they're released or whatever. After they bring her bags in, they release. So then she started in the confessional, so saying how through this whole ordeal, she found out who her true friends was, and I was like, okay, so now this is start, and you're gonna start throwing shade now at Kandi or whatever, and be up Nini's ass. I kept tripping. Remember, like through these last couple episodes, she's been hanging with Nini more and more, and now all of a sudden, you mad at Phaedra. But okay. I'm gonna talk about that later because I feel like friendships go two ways. It's not just you going through it. I'm sorry, when you friends, your friends go through things too. And so for her to throw that shade at Kandi like that, I'm like, sorry, are y'all not friends now? Because if y'all do these confessionals after y'all do all this tape, just saying. So anyway, she started talking about how she wants the apostle to come by and she wants the apostle to come by and cleanse the house of evil spirits and all that. And I'm like, are you gonna move? Cause your spirit is fucked up too. Are you gonna move? I don't know. Just saying. Um. Anyway. Then they start talking about Aiden again and how she says she's happy that it's over now. Whatever. Too much on her. Kandi at the candy factory, whatever. She's rehearsing for Candy Coated Night. And Todd comes in. He's finally back from LA. He's tired or whatever, but they start talking about Candy Coated Nights. He was like, "What is the thing?" And I think it was like sex and spicing up your sex life or whatever. And so he was like, "Oh, okay, well, interview me, Candy." And I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." Let me pause. Candy Coated Nights. I finally started watching it. Since my foot had been messed up, I was laying down. I watched a couple of episodes, and I really, really enjoy even though they put the new set and I was really skeptical on the new set or whatever, but it's still good. I mean, I don't too much care for Candy because she don't too much give us nothing. But Nick and Nicole and DJ A1, they ass is funny as hell, and I will continue to watch that because it's a really good sex show. So anyway, she's interviewing him, and she basically just started going on him with have you been grinding lately? With who? And I'm like, why would you ask him with who? Because that's asking him right there, are you cheating? And when the last time, and he was like, I just put it down with you when we was in LA. And, it just started going to their sex life. And I was like, okay, I understand you were interviewing him, but then when you start going personal, I was just like, why are you putting this out there, Candy? You gonna regret putting all y'all business out there like that. I understand it's supposed to be reality TV, but hell, Phaedra ain't giving us every goddamn thing. Nene not giving us everything. So I understand marriages go through their ups and downs, so it's part of reality. But I'm telling y'all, this reality gonna fuck her marriage up. So then she started talking about going to counseling, and he is like, for what? And she started telling him because I want to have more sex and um she said she wanted to have more sex and for the business, and he was like, I'm not Tyson Beckford and you not Rihanna. She got really highly offended, but I'm like, he just said he wasn't Tyson Beckford, so hell, like, he works, he got a job, y'all got things to do, both of y'all busy. I understand you want to keep on pounding, but I'm telling you, Kandi, you keep on with this shit. I'm just saying. And then he was saying how she wears a bonnet to bed every night or whatever, and that doesn't turn him on. So I'm like, okay, Kandi, that's when y'all gotta compromise or whatever. But my thing is, Boo Boo Todd, you guys want these girls with their hair laid and all that motherfucking shit. Don't get mad when they wrapping their shit up at night in bed. So when they get up in the morning, it could be laid again for y'all. Don't get mad. Because I just don't get that with guys where they get mad like at girls that wear bonnets. I'm like, if you woke up to Medusa, then you really be fucking pissed off. And then you say, why you wake up like that and you ain't turning me on and shit like that. Women can't win blues with these old confused ass men. I don't know, but he did compromise and say he would go to therapy with her, which I thought was cool because, like he said, we married, and that's just what marriage was do. Even if I didn't want to go, that's what we do. So I can't wait to see that happen, so we can get more and more in their business, because she gonna tell it more than he is. But whatever. Cynthia, Kenya, and Claudia, they go wine tasting or whatever, and I'm sitting there like, okay, if y'all going wine tasting, that's a lot of alcohol. Who's gonna drive y'all home? I never understood people going to wine testing and knowing drinking and driving is illegal, and then they go there and they start getting tipsy and feeling good, whatever. So then they start talking about the wine, and the lady was teaching them about the wine and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool. And then they start. I think Kenya brought it up like, you guys seen what happened on the internet with Apollo, and is it true? Is he running? And just that shit was big news. So I'm quite sure everybody was talking about that when it happened. So then I gotta get back. But then Cynthia was like, oh no, he not running. I got the tea. I said, oh, here we go. You being messy, messy as fuck. But I mean, I get where Cynthia is coming from. I really do. I really get where Cynthia is coming from, because she don't too much care for them. They don't too much care for her. Then this is your new home girl or whatever. So hey, I get it. I can't even be mad at Cynthia going back telling her friend the latest gossip, the latest tea, what was being said, regardless if they cool or not. Regardless if Kenya and Phaedra cool or not, I can see Cynthia going back and telling her homegirl what was said, especially when your homegirl name is dragged through the mud the way it is. So I get that part. But I did say, well, this is gonna start a lot of fucking drama, and I hope Cynthia ass is prepared for the backlash of all of this drama she's about to spare up. But I'm just sitting there like, it wasn't a secret. Cause well, we'll get to that, whatever. So then, Claudia ass was like, these hoes ain't loyal. I fell out because I was like, hey, I mean, you hear some tea like that, you gonna have your little comment too. I'm just saying, don't act like we wouldn't. So Kenya was like, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. She's married. Like, you gotta make this make sense to me. Like, what the hell? So then, Kenya Cynthia started talking about, it was, she only brought it up because it's the double standard of, homegirl always calling her a hoe or whatever. So she was like, it's a trip within this group that y'all can pick and choose who the hoes, who the stories y'all can listen to, and all of that. So I get that part. So then Kenya started boo boo fucking crying, and I'm like, bitch, you don't let them see you cry. I don't care if they're not in front of you. They're still gonna watch this. You don't let nobody see you cry. Okay, you was hurt, but even that was so dramatic that them tears, I didn't get it. I didn't get her bawling out of control just like that. But I understand she an actress. She could do that. But I do understand her going off like, this bitch called me a hoe and she out here hoeing because she's still married. So fuck all that. Regardless if she ain't had sex with them, I'm telling y'all, emotional cheating is way worse than physical cheating. I'm just saying. So I get what Kenya was coming from as far as being hurt and being called a hoe for 2 years and being have to, vindicate herself with these girls and stuff like that. But then she did say, "Where's the proof?" And Cynthia was like, "Peter has the proof. Peter read the text messages." So, that's what she's gonna go by. You know what I'm saying? If anybody read those text messages between Kenya and Apollo, that's what they had to go by, and they were believing shit like that. So I don't know. Um, like I said, she's emotional, whatever. So next thing we have Thaler. Phaedra, she's dealing with the kids. She going crazy because she got two damn kids that she didn't sign up for this. Let me tell you, women, I don't care how in love you are, how much you think this is gonna last forever. When you have a child, I don't care if it's 1 to 5 kids. When you have a child, be just when you lay down and have sex with this man raw, just think in your fucking mind that I can be a single mother. And when you with your man and you raising your kids, you raise them as if this motherfucker was to ever leave, let me no, I can still do this. And you raise your kids like if this motherfucker walked out, this wouldn't be so hard for me. You put your kids on a routine, so if something like this happens, it won't be so hard to you. Apparently, they went on a routine that they running this way and that way, and you losing your damn mind. Now I get that. I got 4 kids, so one is 18, so hey, but my other 3, they runs me ragged, and they have a daddy in the house. But I put them on routines or I separate their ass because that's what you do, regardless if he's in the home or not. And I'm sitting there like, but don't you be like a single parent when he at work? Oops, Apollo didn't work. Just saying. Because even when my dude is at work, I have things going. You just have a routine, and I'm just like, girl, why are you going crazy and you got 2 little kids? This showed you that you wasn't dealing with them before Apollo left. Who was dealing? Whatever. I'm just gonna leave that alone. So then, she has this apostle comes over with his wife, and they're cleaning the house and praying through the house, which is cool. I've had it done at my place before, so I get that where you have your pastor come clean the house. So I'm not gonna bash her for that. I just feel like how you stand there when your spirit is just as evil as your man's. I don't know. Cynthia and Peter, there she's fixing her closet up. He's sick, so they're sitting there talking, and she's telling him about Kandi invited all the ladies to dinner, and she was gonna go to the dinner. He made it a point like, you motherfuckers fight, and then y'all over there having dinner. I just don't get y'all. And I was like, I don't get them either. But hell, everybody needs some storyline. And my thing is, Peter, if they wasn't having these dinners, what other storyline would your wife have? Besides hanging with Kenya and Claudia starting mess and keeping up drama, what storyline do Cynthia have? We seen her do the what the fuck happened to Bar One? Like, remember they was looking for a place or a spot in the beginning, and then Peter opened the sports bar. What happened to the other one? What happened to Marlon? You ain't got no storyline. Just saying. You better be thanking your lucky stars with Kenya and Claudia because I'm just saying. But anyway, with them, they were talking about the whole Apollo situation and the whole whore comment situation and how she don't feel comfortable and all this kind of stuff. And she asked him, did anybody else know? And he said that Apollo told Todd. So she was like, well, if Apollo told Todd, then Kandi knows. So she was like, well, I wondered to Kandi if they supposed to be good friends. Have Kandi said something to her because if you my friend, I would want to know that or whatever. And I was like, okay, I get that, but apparently they ain't too much friends because that's what Phaedra said. But anyway, then you got Kandi goes to Phaedra's house. And she's shocked to see her and all this kind of stuff. Remember, she said since this ordeal, she ain't really heard from Kandi. But Kandi had also said through the confessional of being there that she'd been going through so much with stuff with the play and her marriage and all that kind of stuff. She ain't really seen nobody. So, but I'm sitting there like, y'all phone don't work, FaceTime don't work, text messaging don't work. I don't know what a real friends lie in this whole situation. Everybody was saying Phaedra and Kandi was the real friends, but I'm like, friendship go both ways. Phaedra didn't call Kandi. Kandi didn't call Phaedra. You mad at Kandi, but I'm like, when I'm going through and need to talk to somebody, and that's been my homegirl for years. I'm sorry. I understand Nene been calling her every day, but I would have been picking up my phone to call my homegirl and been venting to my homegirl like, girl, this is what I'm going through. We need to pray through this. We need to go through this. So that's why I said, Phaedra, you mad at Kenny, but you ain't being a friend either. You didn't pick up the phone and call her and say, babe, I need a friend to talk to. This is what I'm going through. But you over there kicking with Nene. Okay. And y'all fake friendship. Okay. So then they talked about the whole, she's talking, asking her questions, Phaedra beating around the bush about the whole Apollo situation. And Kandi just basically asked her what is going on with Apollo, and then she started talking about Apollo is crazy and he been aggressive, and she telling the whole thing that went on or whatever. And Kandi was just in shock. She can't believe what she's hearing. Like she said, she's been out of the loop with everything. And then she invites Phaedra. Oh, they showed them fuck assholes in the water, and I'm sitting there like, okay. But yeah, did y'all see how Kandi was looking at her when she said Nene been calling her every day? She was like, what? But a lot of things that Phaedra was saying, Kandi was looking at her with a side eye, like, really, you gonna say this bullshit on camera? Really, really? I know the truth, but really, okay, we're gonna roll with that. Okay. Like, but you should have, see, that's the way you saying. You should have called the text message. Y'all would have knew the script. I'm just saying. So Kandi, she's having this dinner, like I said. Oh no, she invited her to the dinner. When Kandi mentioned Nene, Phaedra, approached her about it, like, why you looking like that, and she was just like, I'm taking her kindness with baby steps, and as you should, Kandi. Like, I don't understand why all of a sudden they friends, but okay, you should. So then she invited her to the dinner, and she was like, I'm not gonna be taken. I don't want to deal with no drama. I'm like, okay. Girl, if it's all y'all in the same room and y'all know some people don't like somebody, it's gonna be some drama in that room. And you're the center of the internet right about now, so you should have been on guard. I'm just saying. And then when she said when Apollo had that thing, that tool in his hand, she would have shot him with her 357, and I was like, well, yeah, I would have too. I couldn't be mad at you on that one, Phaedra, but I was like, girl, okay. Then we get to this dinner. Everything is going good. Kandi get there. Cynthia's already there. So you definitely know Kandi was late. And then Kenya and Claudia shows up, and then you had Portia and Demetrius showed up. And I'm like, as much as you were shading Demetrius, now you want to show up at the thing with her. I hope y'all met in the parking lot. But okay, I know y'all had to come in twos. I don't know. But then you got Phaedra and Nene come in. But before they came in, Portia asked like, no, I think somebody asked like, if anybody talked to Phaedra. Portia was like, I texted her, she didn't hit me back. But then she walks in with Nene, and I'm sitting there like, okay, no problem. Y'all cool now. Y'all go to Judy's. Y'all can come to the party together or whatever. So they sitting there. The waiter comes in. He taking a drinks. Kenya is talking to the waiter. Talking in Spanish. Just being really friendly with him. And Portia makes a comment about, something about her dating a waiter, or at least you will never be thirsty. And I'm like, really? First of all, you throwing shade at the waiter, and you got a problem with waiter? Bitch, you probably been one. Don't act like, girl, that's probably what, girl, whatever. So, I just don't understand why she don't still have her peach when this bitch been on every episode, or whatever. But so they start talking or whatever, and everybody eating, everything getting along, and then here comes goddamn Kandi, like, what she say? How's everybody been doing or something? How, what's been going on with everybody? Nene say how she's been rehearsing for her play on Broadway, and then Nene asks Phaedra, you said what's been up with you? And I'm sitting there like, you didn't ask her on the car right here or in the parking lot or every day that you've been calling her. Why would you ask Phaedra what's been up with her? Then somebody else across the room, like, well, that's when you know it's cliques in this goddamn group, and it was no point of a dinner with all the ladies if that was the only person you could have directed your comment to. Because I don't understand. If y'all walked in together, why would you say, well, what's been up with you, Phaedra? And if Phaedra say, y'all been talking every day. I don't get it. So Phaedra was like, I just been living. And I'm like, girl, that's why I'm just saying. So then Cynthia, I guess Cynthia was just irritated, had too much wine. I don't know, but I didn't think it was the time or the place. But okay, she did it. Here we go. She brings up, well, Phaedra, Peter talks to Apollo, and I'm sitting there like, did you get the same thing from Peter when Peter confronted Portia about, well, I talked to Cordell? Like, it wasn't a time or the fucking place. I don't get it, but she did it. Like I said, okay. So she was saying how, he said this and he said that, and we could talk about some other things, but we're not gonna go there. And I'm sitting there like, well, bitch, why did you bring it up? If you gonna sit there and not stand firm in what you're saying, don't say nothing at all. At all. Don't shut up. So anyway, she like, oh, that's what you heard. That's what you heard. She was like, it's not true. She did say it wasn't true. I don't know if I believe it, but she did say it wasn't true. And then all of a sudden, Phaedra brings Kenya in it and was like, oh, just like Kenya wasn't texting Apollo and all this. And I'm sitting there like, why are you bringing this woman in and she ain't saying nothing to you at the table? So then Kenya was like, start going in on Phaedra, and I was like, I wasn't mad at Kenya. I wasn't mad at Kenya because Kenya was like, okay, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And then she was like, well, you were saying this and you were saying this is Mr. Chocolate. And she was like, well, who's Mr. Chocolate? And she was like, the person you were having an affair with, the person you were sleeping with. And Phaedra gets up and try to hit her with the pocketbook. She stopped herself or they stopped her or whatever it was. But I'm sitting there like, I wasn't mad at Kenya because you brought her in this conversation and all she was doing was sitting there. Yo direction should have been towards Cynthia, who brought this shit up to you in front of everybody. You should have been swinging on her. But no, since you already don't like her for your husband fucked up lies, then you wants to hit her. I didn't get that. Then she was like, get me out of here. So all of her little team ran out behind her, Nene, Portia, all of them ran out behind her. And I'm sitting there like, well, Portia, what you gonna do? That's why I said they must have left met up in the parking lot. Because I'm like, Portia, what you gonna do with Demetria? Didn't she come with you? And Demetria's still sitting here. I don't know. That's why I said they must throw. But I'm just sitting there like, so, Phaedra's pumped up. I beat her ass and whoop, whoop, whoop. And they taking her outside and she's mad at her. She's kind of mad at Cynthia, but she's more directing this anger at Kenya. And I'm sitting there like, but Kenya wouldn't have said nothing if you wouldn't have brought her name in that. And then Kenya was up in the restaurant like, yeah, hit me, so you like your friend, like you and your friend could be going together, whatever shit she said. And I'm sitting there like, I understand both of y'all going off after a heated conversation. Women do. We still be going out for about 45 minutes after the shit is over. So I get both of them talking about it with they, parties or whatever. But I'm just sitting there the whole time like, your swing was not supposed to been towards Kenya. Your swing was supposed to been towards Cynthia. Cynthia started this problem. Cynthia told everybody at the goddamn table you having an affair with an African man. I don't understand. Your anger better be at your husband. And then when you knew that Apollo was going around to, when he was doing accusations to you, and you know what he did to Kenya, you should have knew all these girls was gonna know. You should have knew this wasn't gonna stay no motherfucking secret. And then I do like Kandi was like, girl, you a lawyer, you got a job, you can't be losing your job over this. And I agree with that. Whether we think she a good lawyer or not, it's something you just gotta. You can't be jumping or fighting motherfuckers when you could lose your freedom and your fucking license. Like, girl, I don't get that. I didn't get that. I really, really didn't. But y'all tell me what y'all thought about it. I'm not on nobody's side, so don't be in my comment section talking about coming at me. I'm not on nobody's side on this. I just look at it. I look at the TV for what it is. I'm not Team Twirl. I'm not Team Nene. I'm not Team Phaedra. I'm not none of these bitches' team because all of them be too old to act like this. So they just entertainment for me because I don't be having enough to watch on Sundays at this time. I don't know. And I've been riding with it since season 1. So hey, that's all I got. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus. I have been working. Oh, follow me by the Ghetto View, THA. I do everything by THA, not THE. I have been working on my website for like 2 days now. I think you can go on thaghettoview.weebly.com. I figured out. I'll probably put it in the description box. But yeah, when I finally get it the way I want it, I'm really promote it. But pray for your girl because building your own website from scratch is really, really hard and very time consuming. And y'all remember I said I got kids. So, be looking out for that. Be looking out for more videos, just random videos, not just always reviews. Make sure you check out Ashley Miller. Much love from KY, Cemented, Tam G, Sayshawn Bradley, James Caldwell, my boy D Mist, because I know he probably go off. If he decides to do a review, he's gonna probably go off. So I'm waiting on to see that. Color Me Pink with Keisha Irvin, Squeaky Jones. I love to support my YouTube family. So yeah, check everybody out for Frogs, Bonnie Blue, The Scorpion Show, Candy from Sweet Addictions. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I'm tired. Alright, bye. Peace out.